ago, and this is exactly where, the secondary school where some kids were abducted this morning, family and some teachers. But right now, if you look at it, you see everywhere is calm, security are all positioned here. And any moment from now, a chopper is going to land just some few meters away from here, carrying a delegation from the presidency. That means a very swift response from the presidency to come and, assess what has happened here and report back to Mr. President for further action. Lydia.
What is the ambience among the locals?
Of course, we have not been able to go down into the town itself, but everywhere, I'm assuring you, is calm. The people have come to terms with what has happened, and moreover, security is almost everywhere. You can see behind me here the number of police that are positioned here, the military, and so on and so forth, but everywhere is calm.
What is expected from the security agencies as at this time?
Well, that I cannot say precisely, but I will tell you that they are trying to do exactly what they are supposed to do. That's keep security here, or secure the environment, the community, and every other aspect of their responsibility. But of course, I'm telling you once more that a chopper has just landed carrying a delegation from the presidency coming here to assess what has happened this morning here, and then report back to the presidency for further action.
Abdullahi, tell us now, since your arrival, did you have any opportunity of going inside the premises of the school?
Part of the Oh, no, not yet, because we arrived here I have told you that about 2-3 minutes ago that we got here. But if you can watch through my camera, you see over there, so meters far away there, you can see that the helicopter has landed, and it is carrying the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, Minister of the Environment, and so on and so forth, coming up here.
So tell us if you've also had any opportunity to talk with any staff who is there on ground. Any opportunity to talk with any staff on ground?
Not here, but what you should understand is that the school has been closed. The state government has closed all schools across these zones to ensure that the students are, secured. Maybe they have to go back home, but if you look at it here, there is no student here. The teachers are not also, within the premises here. But by this side, the other side, inside town, you can see security is well positioned.
Okay, now we want you to tell us more about the expected delegation sent by the president. What are they expected to do?
We first met them at the government house in Mina, and as we left, they were also coming behind us. Some came with a chopper, some used the road, and we came together with those ones that used the road. But again, some few minutes later, the chopper landed. If you look at this way, you see still a contingent from that part of the people from the presidency coming into the school. And what we're expecting from these people here who are going into this school is to carry out a kind of an assessment of what has happened inside this school. The number of children that were abducted, maybe some died in the process, the destruction in the school, a lot of things that they will investigate. They'll hear from maybe the principal himself, who will speak on behalf of the school to tell us exactly what has happened, and so on and so forth. So their responsibility here is to make sure that they carry out a proper assessment of what has happened 3 a.m. this morning, and then put it together, take it to Mr. President for further action.
Okay, now finally, Abdullahi, can you describe the terrain of the environment where the school is located?
Let me also take a walk so that I will show you exactly how it is playing out inside the school itself. You see Even from the view of my camera, you can see there are a number of vehicles from the Nigerian army, the police, the state security services. You can see them standing by with their guns, ready for any kind of breakdown of security in this school. All in anticipation of the delegation that we've been talking about from the presidency, coming also to kind of carry out assessment of what has happened in this school. Just take a look at that place. You'll see a number of people, number of people also, standing. Okay, and we're expecting that very soon the delegation will be coming off the helicopter and walk down to this place where these people are waiting for them, so that they will be able to answer, to ask questions that will be answered by the principal of this school, and so many other witnesses who will tell them exactly what has played out early this morning in this school, where students of this school were abducted. Let me see if I can get to talk to somebody who will tell us, maybe he knows anything that's happened here. Hello, any one of you that can just tell us exactly what has happened here this morning? Nobody's going to say anything. Nobody's going to say anything. But over there, I think it's either the governor of the state that is trying to make some statements. Let me see if I can just move there and then give him the camera. We're live on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. So I think it is very necessary for us to come in and then put it through there.
By flashing, excuse me.
So you can see
by flashing
yes.
the torchlight, they shoot him.
Well, right now, as you can see, sir, they explain to the governor what has happened here, and the governor is listening to him.
He instantly died. So after that, I called the DPO, and he sent his men here. So on reaching here, the bandits have already fled away. So we can. Okay, I called him around that 3:30. Yes, 3.
What is happening here at studio is that the governor is asking an official of this school to find out exactly what has happened early this morning, and he's explaining to him, he's asking him questions upon questions, and he's also answering and responding to him.
And, we found out those that are not in the school. So we calculated and found out that it is 27 students that were missing.
So eventually some of them ran away when the bandits came.
Because when we are here in the morning, some of them came out.
Came back from the bush.
Yes.
Okay, and they were wearing army uniforms.
The bandits.
Yes.
At that time.
Do we have?
But I learned later. Somebody was calling that they went into the hostel and they were trying to change the dress to students' dress.
Do we have an idea of how many bandits came in?
That is what I can say. Because nobody.
They came on foot or motorcycles?
They came on foot.
Okay. All right. Well, it's very unfortunate, but I can see the school is not fenced. So now, if we were to learn anything by this, some years back, yes, it was safe, but now it means that it's no longer safe not to have fence around your school. So I think the government will look at this critically to ensure that not only your school, most of the schools that have no fence are being fenced. That would have provided some level of protection for students. I know Niger State has always been a peaceful state. In the past, there was no need for fence. In fact, up until recently, people they never locked their houses in Niger State. Up until 2018, people never locked their houses. So I understand we lost one boy. My condolences to the parents and to all of you, and the staff, family that their loved ones have been kidnapped. But then we're doing whatever it takes to ensure that we bring them back safely. And just before I left, Mr. President sent a delegation, a very powerful delegation comprising of the NSA, the Minister for Internal Affairs, Minister Police Affairs, Minister Interior, Minister Information to come and commiserate with us on this. And right now, I've just been told to see Mr. President at 8 p.m. today. So hopefully I will bring it up with him. And I believe definitely we'll do whatever it is. But right now, our priority is to bring the boys and other kidnapped victims back home safely.
Yeah, His Excellency, we're live on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. Tell us your feeling when the federal government responded, swiftly to what has happened in Niger State.
Well, I believe I had a temporary comfort. I say temporary because the words were comforting, but what is left now is to see some action on the ground. And like I said, I'm hoping to see the President later tonight to discuss in details some of these issues and what I think we need to do. But first of all, we need to bring everyone back home safely. So there will be our immediate priority and objective right now is to bring everyone back home. But going forward, this cannot continue like this forever. So going forward, we need to put some things in place to address this issue once and for all. I honestly believe that we have suffered enough of these banditry activities. We have been very patient and tolerant on these matters. We have been doing our best. But at this point, it is more of a national issue. So I'm ready to collaborate with the federal government to find a lasting solution to this situation. We never used to experience this, to be honest. This area has always been calm, but just of a sudden, not only this case, but we had other cases, especially in Shiroro local government, Mariga local government, Munya. We lost some vigilantes yesterday in Munya, and Rafi local government, which is this very local government. This local government has been under attack by bandits for quite a while now. But this is more emotional because they're to come to school to study. So I think every one of us here is shocked, and we condemn these activities of these bandits in totality. So I believe from my meeting with the National Security Advisor and the Minister of Internal Affairs and that of Police Affairs and the IG, I believe we have to review the architecture of the entire security network in the state, considering the fact that Niger State is the largest state in Nigeria. So it is difficult for us to patrol the entire landscape. We have huge forest reserves, and at the same time we have boundary with other states. So like I said, there isn't much to say. What has happened has happened. We are monitoring the situation carefully. I am very hopeful that all the victims will be released. At the moment, there's a motion in place that is going on, and hopefully we should hear some good news within the next...
This must be another, big blow below the belt for the state, because some days ago there was a kidnapping, and then again this morning another one.
Yeah, it's like I said, I'm totally shocked, and not just for the sake for the entire country, because it is extremely embarrassing that children, young boys, will be subjected to this trauma. And at the same time, it is actually it's also embarrassing that people cannot travel. The other incidents happened on Sunday at about 2:30 in the afternoon. So I really want to appeal to the security agencies. I know they are doing their best, like I said, but I think we need to do more. And the political leadership will have to support them. the size of the state does not really help us. Mind you, we're talking about only 2 local governments. This is a state where from state capital to drive to some of the local governments, you drive for 10 hours. And if you're to drive from boundary to boundary, you can drive 14 hours within the state. If you're to fly, you can fly 40 minutes non-stop in the air within Niger state. With the total number of policemen we have, I doubt if much can be done at the moment. So Niger state needs to be given a special attention when it comes to security matters. And I hope my discussions with Mr. President this evening will bring very positive results, and the outcome of the meeting I will transmit to you later on.
Mr. Gakpo,
so going forward,
mentioned that you are not going to be in for any sort of ransom as far as this kidnapping is concerned. How do you want to sort the situation?
As a policy, we don't believe in paying ransoms because it doesn't work. It only provides a temporary solution. When you provide money, then you're giving money to the bandits to buy more weapons. And when they buy those sophisticated weapons, then we'll put our security agents at risk. So we're ready to dialogue with them. If they have any grievances of why they are doing these activities, we're ready to look into it and provide even a better solution to support them in such a way that they can make legitimate income. So, but to start providing ransom, I don't think that is the right way forward, because it means this will never end. But I also agree, if they are aggrieved, if they've been left behind, if they haven't been attended to, which I suspect is probably the reason for all this, I strongly believe that yes, the time has come to consider them and to include them in whatever palliatives or whatever support the federal government is providing to other sectors. I know for a fact that it started with the herdsmen and farmers clashes, and I know everywhere there is a budget for farmers. There's a lot of programs for farmers, the CBA, AMCO borrowers and what have you. If you spend 500 billion on farmers, at least you need to spend, if not up to that amount, at least half amount on herdsmen. And the time has come to settle down in one place. The practice of moving from one part of the country to another is no longer feasible. They have to be settled in a place so that they get the benefits of education, of healthcare, veterinary services, and possibly to enhance their capacities so that they will make or earn more from their business. So, but I know we're not dealing with the genuine herdsmen. The genuine herdsmen are also victims. We're dealing with criminals. We're dealing with criminals that have decided to choose a path of violence and terrorism to terrorize the general public and to deprive them of their hard-earned resources. So these are we're dealing with two different groups here. I know we have the genuine herdsmen that have a genuine concerns. That will be tackled, but what we're dealing right now with is a criminal activity, and we condemn this activity in its totality. So we will do whatever it takes to bring these victims back.
Okay. His Excellency, we have to leave it there.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
All right. We would like to also move on again into the school premises. Take a look at some of the classrooms, maybe the administrative blocks and so on and so forth. She'll be able to bring to you exactly what is left of what has happened early this morning. So this is one of the, I think, the classes. We're going to head there now to just take a look at it. I know where is going to be news is where the students sleep. Exactly where is the boarding? Is this way? Okay. We'll take a look at the classes. Then we'll move on to the boarding house and then see where it is. Okay. I think this is not part of the classes. These classes are not in use. Are not in use. But let's head to the boarding class. So I mean the boarding house there. See how it is. I know we will Women Science Secondary School, Kagara. This is where we still are. We're moving towards the boarding house now. You can see beds outside. But hopefully in a moment we'll get to the boarding house where the students sleep. Okay. Over there, I have started seeing exactly where the boarding house is. And that's exactly where the abductors came in this morning and took away students, teachers, and some family of the teachers who reside here in this school. Just take a look at these beds. This is to tell you that there was a serious struggle here, serious struggle between the students and the abductors. We don't know exactly what must have happened here, but this is telling you that something terrible happened here. We're still walking down to where the boarding house is. Just take a look at that bag there, and a stove, and then a broom. This must be somebody's property. That's one of the students must have left it behind in struggling to go towards safety. We're still moving on to the boarding house. It's over there. It's over there. You can see people are trying to peep into the boarding house and see how it is, the condition especially. So we are slowly getting there. By this side, it must be the cafeteria where the students have their meal. And again, this side is their classes, all under lock and key. Following the announcement by the state government that schools in these areas are closed. And that means, I think, for the meantime, so that arrangement will be made maybe subsequently for the opening of the school. That's some of our colleagues also taking a shot at what has happened. This is where they said they packed all the students, they assembled them here when they brought them out of their boarding houses. So they put almost all of them together here. So let's move. We'll move further again towards the boarding house. All right. Let's take a look at the hall itself. Let's just take a look at it. Here is where the bandits assembled the students that they abducted. They gathered them here. They brought them out of their boarding house, gathered all of them here before they finally took them away. I mean, the teachers, the family, and the student. Okay, this is the hall. Just take a look at it. This is the hall. So we'll move on again to the boarding house, because we'll be heading to the boarding house so that people will have an idea of the situation here. That you're seeing in the camera over there is the boarding house. I think we need to just put our two eyes into it and then go back. Well, if this let me just clearly point to exactly the boarding house here. 3 boarding houses here, and this is where the bandits or abductors came and then took away those students, gathered them in the hall here, the assembly hall here. Then finally they took them away. So we will have to start going back to the main gate now, where we're expecting the delegation from the presidency to come. So we'll be heading down there now. Over there you can see a number of people still standing there. They're waiting, expecting the delegation to come. The governor of the state inclusive is also there. But right now, I know the families of this student must have a kind of a bit of a sigh of relief. At least they have heard from the governor, who has spoken extensively and gave assurances of the fact that he will do everything possible to release these students, the teachers, and their family. All right. And I think at this point in time, Lydia, at this point in time, I would like to let you understand that we'll just go on a break to wait for the arrival of the delegation from the presidency, so that from there we'll now move on. Lydia.
Thank you so much, Abdullahi, for that analysis. Thank you for that update. It was really in-depth. We're grateful. Well, we now continue with other scheduled programs on the NTA. Thank you for being with us.